Jeff, it's a huge game, elimination final. We saw during the international break, Emily went away with the Matildas and then had to withdraw with injury. What's her status for this weekend?
Status is we've had a rescan, and the scan was much better than we thought, and we're not ruling her out for the weekend. So it's I guess it's with it being a one-off final, we'd probably take a little bit more risk than we would do normally. So we're going to leave it as late as we possibly can, and we'll see how she pulls up over in the next 24 hours.
I imagine this is incredibly frustrating for you. You get her back to health, you nurse her back to health throughout the season. She goes away and gets immediately injured.
Yeah, look, there's always the chance that's going to happen. She played as much as she could play in the Sydney game. Had to come off with her starting to cramp a little bit, and then you've got the big travel then after that, and probably a little bit of increase in intensity with the national team. So yeah, look, these things happen, and we've got to deal with them. So I got to say I was pretty upset when I heard more for her, and then obviously thinking about us. But now we've had a rescan and things are much more positive. So I'm probably in a much better headspace today than I was maybe a week or so ago. So so we're keeping nice and positive, and hopefully she's going to be able to play some part on the weekend. We'll just wait and see.
Notwithstanding the injury to Emily, of course, you obviously would have to avoid that, but I imagine the international break probably came at the worst possible time for you. You go out and beat Sydney 4-0, and then you have to sit on your heels for a couple of weeks before you get the Mariners.
Yeah, yes and no. I think it was a good. I think we've used the international breaks really well this year. I think, look, it's given us a little bit of time to reflect on that performance, and we talked about it going in, that we really needed to get some belief into the group, because we've got an experienced group, we've got a high quality group, but still sometimes I feel that we don't actually realise how good we actually are. And I think the performance we put in against Sydney was one of those performances that you get sometimes where that should fill the whole group with massive amount of confidence, because Sydney are a top quality side, and I thought for us that was on a different level to how we played this year in terms of the way we played with the ball, in terms of the way we closed down, the way we defended in all areas of the field. And I thought it was, I think this last couple of weeks has given us a little bit of time, like I said, to reflect, but also for us as a coaching staff to get into the heads of the players and say, hey, this is how good you can be, and let's move forward from here.
You might have to play them next week if you get the win today. And Sydney FC, are you surprised Yada Wyman didn't get red carded for kicking shits in that game? Yeah,
I am, but that's kind of neither here nor there now. I've moved on from that. I guess if everyone looks back, I'm pretty sure it's a red card offence. But it's what's done is done now, and that's history. And we move on.
KK came off the bench against Sydney. I guess with a couple more weeks on the training track, is she needed, able to start, and what's the outlook of everybody else in the squad as well?
Yeah, look, we've got we hopefully, if M pulls through tomorrow, then everyone should be there available for the game. So I guess then it puts pressure on me then to pick the right team to go out there and win the game. So I guess this time of the year, this is what you want. You want everyone fit and healthy. KK's trained fully this week, and she's been great. And we've had a full group. A full group in. Korea has come back into it as well, so she's back training the last couple of days, and she's as keen as mustard to be involved. So it's a few. That's why I'm got all these grey hairs. Yeah, trying to pick an 11 and a bench from a real quality squad.
If I could ask about one of those grey hairs then, because we talked about it before the international break when Lydia coming back, but you've had Courtney playing so well. If Lydia's available, is she backing up Courtney this week?
Sorry, that's probably Lids is probably one that I apologise. Lids is probably one that won't make it this week. Again, she's taken some steps forward, and she's actually back on the field and doing a bit of training, but probably look. We're hoping that we can win the game this weekend, and then I think that she could well be available for next week.
The Mariners, seems the expansion sides seem to catch some sort of magic in their first year in the competition, or first year back. Western United, now the Mariners. What have you made of them this season, and what do you need to do to give that fairy tale a bit of a tragic ending on the weekend? Yeah,
look, I've been really impressed with them. They're a team that, first of all, look really united, look together as a group. They're very well coached. I think quite. You can tell they are well coached as well. That they're quite a fluid side. They can jump from one kind of formation to another within games, within moments in the game. So. They've at times this season they've caused us a few problems, but also I think the first game of the season I thought we had quite a dominant period over them for an hour of the game, and I thought as well after a poor start when we played away, I thought we finished the game very, very well and caused them quite a few problems. So, we're definitely not taking anything for granted. They've got a good front four that can score goals. They've got pace and can cause, I think, any team in the league a few problems. So we'll be probably very, very aware of that. Probably their strength is the front four players, and we've got a very, very strong back four plus goalkeeper. So at the moment it'll be an informed front line against a really informed back line as well. So one of the key areas for us. We're confident going in after the performance we put in against Sydney.
You've seen a lot of finals across your career, Jeff. Your players have seen a lot of finals. Your players have won titles, a lot of them. What separates finals football from regular season football and success therein? What do you need to be to not just be a good team, but a finals winning team?
Look, I think a lot of it's about mentality. That not taking anything for granted, being ready to react to what happens. We're now in one-off games, and often in those one-off games, things happen that can maybe put you off a little bit. We've got to be ready to deal with anything. We've got to be have a little bit of flexibility to us on our game, and to be able to react to whatever scenario takes place. And in the past, we've done really well. A couple of the grand finals that we've been in, we're backs against the wall in one of them. The other one we were dominating but couldn't score. So two completely different scenarios, but we dealt with them, and we stuck with it. So I think mentality is a real big thing, and experience is quite a valuable thing as well. And we're not taking anything for granted, but we've got players that have been in these positions before, so I think that will be an advantage to us.
A lot of this side's most recent famous wins have come in spite of the fact that you've had to go on the road, beating Sydney in grand finals twice. You beat City last year all the way down in Casey Fields. Conversely, on the weekend, you're playing in front of what I think is a sold-out home of the Matildas. What does that sort of home field advantage possibly give you?
It's for us. We feel it's a real benefit. We've really enjoyed playing at the home of the Matildas this year. We've had good crowds, good atmosphere there. So yeah, I think it's I think that for the group, for the team to play in front of a pretty partisan crowd is only going to be a benefit for us. And yeah, look, obviously the victory supporters will come out and be very, very vocal to get behind us.
So you'd be hoping that, I know there's a reputation for being a bit friendlier in the A-League women, but you'd like to get them a bit feral, hostile for the Mariners?
Yeah, hostile environment's always good. Yeah, as long as it's they're 100% behind us. Yeah, we'll be happy. Yeah.